I realised that I haven't made any content in a really long time, nothing new anyway, but last year was chaotic. I've moved, so many things happened, and I thought there was no better way to get into refilming videos to do my May TBR. First of all, I'm already finished with one book. I'm filming this on the 2nd of May, so I started reading this at the end of April and finished it yesterday, and that is Deep Cuts. This is a story following two young people who meet in the sort of mid-1990s. They're both massively into music. The main character is more of a critic of music. She loves all rock and roll, punk, etc. Our male main character is trying to be a singer-songwriter, and it just follows them over the course of a little over a decade. There's so many will they, won't they moments. I enjoyed this, kind of didn't. It was very 50 for me. So starting off with a bit of an early review. And then the other book that I'm already partly through is Starside by Alex Aster. I'm just over 50% through now. I'm really enjoying this. I read Light Lark and it was okay, but I never picked up the other books in the series. This is really good. I'm really enjoying it so far. I can see why everyone is loving it, and I'm so excited that the next book in the series is coming out. I think it's October, she announced it yesterday, but this is the gorgeous Fairy Loot edition. This is my first Fairy Loot. I waited years to get off that wait list. Next on my April TBR, I have Riftborn by Greenwich and Lennox. I've heard a lot about this, but I also don't know too much. I kind of like to go into things a little bit blind. I like to be surprised. But I know this is just another romantasy. Found family is one of the key tropes in here, and I'm really excited to give this a go. I know the next book in the series is also coming out soon, I believe. This is the Waterstones exclusive. Continuing with the romantasy theme, I'm going to try and read Thistlemarsh. This is the stunning Illumicrate edition. I really don't know too much about this. This is part of my subscription, so it was a bit of a mystery to have this come through the door. I think it's Fae, Seelie and Unseelie Quartz, like a really classic story, so we will see. Next, I'm going to try and pick up the Last Starborn Seer. This is the Fairy Loot edition. I picked this up on Vinted. It is absolutely stunning. So I cannot wait to give this a go. I've heard so many good things about this, but again, trying to go into it somewhat blind. Then last for my fantasies is Her Hidden Fire. This is the Fairy Loot pick for March, I believe. Again, I picked this up on Vinted. It's really pretty. I love a little YA story every now and then. I feel like they're really good palette cleansers. Sometimes they really surprise you, and there's a lot of depth in there, a lot more adult than you would realise. But this was too pretty for me to not pick up, and I'm really excited to give this a go. And then I kind of call these my commuting books, just books I love to read on the train or after work, before work. First of all, we have The Memory Police. This is following a group of people that disappeared on an island. Nothing has any meaning anymore, and sort of memories are disappearing, I believe. And I'm going in blind. I've heard mixed things. Some people really liked it, some people really didn't. So we will see. And then finally, we have The Heaven and Earth grocery store. I saw this in Barnes & Noble when I went Christmas 2023, when this had just been released, and I knew nothing about it then, but there were just signs absolutely everywhere. It couldn't have been more promotion for this book, and I thought I'll pick that up when it's in paperback. Just never got around to it. And I saw it in my local Waterstones the other day, and I thought, yes, this is the time to read this book. It was so heavily promoted, it's ingrained in my memory, Very excited to finally give this a go.